Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide, and happy Independence Day to all of the Americans watching this channel. Today is the 4th of July, and to help us celebrate, Ark has released the 2019 Summer Bash Event, and we've got some really cool stuff. We can now craft some rocket launchers and flare guns that will set off a really cool fireworks display. Also, during the Summer Bash Event, we can get some really cool skins that will turn our normal items into patriotic outfits or swimwear. And we'll get some very exclusive emotes so you can show off those epic muscles that all of us Ark survivors seem to have. Everybody's buff on Ark, you just have to be to survive, right? Also, wild dinosaurs all over the world will spawn in red, white, and blue colors, and we can craft this candy which will dye our dinosaurs a random patriotic color palette and give them a speed buff for 24 hours. So there's a lot of really cool stuff we get during the Ark 2019 Summer Bash event. And as usual, I will teach you everything you need to know about this event, how to craft every single item from the event, and how to actually use all of these special items that we're getting during the 2019 Ark Summer Bash event. So be sure to watch this whole video, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell for notifications because I am always releasing new helpful content to teach you how to get the most out of your adventures on Ark. And don't forget, this event is active now on PC, probably also on Xbox One and PS4 until July 16th. So you have until the 16th to get all of these cool items, and then the event is over. So I hope you all enjoy this video, and happy Independence Day, everyone. So let's get started. You're going to need a cooking pot, and you'll notice now during the holiday event there is a holiday folder, and inside that folder are all of the items you can craft for the 2019 Ark Summer Bash event. Now most of these items can be made with just regular cooked meat. Actually, almost all of the stuff at the beginning here is just going to require a lot of cooked meat, like hundreds of cooked meat. But if you've got yourself an industrial cooker and, kill a few brontosaurus, you can get that really quickly and easily. You will need prime meat jerky for the emotes, and you need a lot of it. So I hope you've got a lot of that lying around. That's going to be quite a task to get those emotes, but most of the stuff is just cooked meat. So if you want to craft anything in the event, just grab a whole bunch of whatever material. For instance, here's a bunch of cooked meat. I just dropped that into the cooking pot, and we put some wood in there because it's got to burn, and lit the fire. Now we're just going to craft each item, and we'll start by just crafting a bunch of candy here because I've already pre-made almost all the event items I'm going to show you. So we'll let that cook up and be right back. Now that should be enough candy. I'll show you that in a second. But let me show you the Uncle Sam hat skins. Now there are two that look almost identical, but if you read the descriptions, one of them is a skin for a dinosaur saddle, and one is the skin for a hat. So if you apply that skin to your hat, you can wear that yourself, and if you apply it to any dinosaur saddle, as far as I know, any dinosaur saddle, then that dino can wear that. So we've took just a regular cloth hat and applied the Uncle Sam skin to it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Now here my Argent Avis also has an Uncle Sam hat that's been applied to his Argent Avis saddle. So basically if you make these, you can make any of your dinosaurs wear a nice festive Uncle Sam hat, and it's really fun when you're raiding a bunch of people with your dinosaurs looking ridiculous. So I'll let you take a look at what that Uncle Sam hat looks like. I rather like them a lot. I think they look especially awesome on penguins. There's something just perfect about a penguin with a top hat, but they also look pretty great on a snail too. Also, speaking of fashion skins, we've got some really nice swimming trunks. Now, there are men and women versions of these, depending on your character's gender. And right now, I am sporting the Alpha Raptor swimming trunks, which look pretty great. I mean, you got a raptor with a nice straw hat. pretty cool. We've also got the T-Rex skin, which is a nice little red tyrannosaur, and some, I think these are centipedes on the back. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it works. Little nice red, white, and blue outfit. Now, if you're into this kind of thing, there is the Giga Poop swimsuit. Now, it's got nice decorations with Giganotosaurs and poop all over it. So, if you're into that kind of thing, that's the perfect swimsuit for you. There's also a nice floral pattern, which makes you look like a tourist in Hawaii. We see that a lot here in Florida. So, we have a pretty good selection of swimsuits, and those come in male and female versions for the bottoms. Now, the female version, you get a bikini top with the same pattern, but for a male, it's going to be just shirtless no matter what the pattern is that you select. So I'll go ahead and show you how to actually apply a skin. We're going to put this cloth shirt on and then select this top skin here. So that's what I look like normally. And then we're just going to click on the skin, drag it over to the shirt, and then click on the shirt. And now that shirt has the appearance of the swimsuit top, which looks just like I'm not wearing anything. It's great if you're wearing metal armor and then you just look like you're running around with no shirt on. Pretty cool, right? Now, that awesome bodybuilder flexing that I just did there was actually an emote that you can get in this event, and I'm going to show you how to get that in just a second. So there are 2 flexing emotes that we can get during the Summer Bash event, and these are actually items that we craft and use to unlock the emotes. You need 100 prime meat jerky for each one, so you may need to make a whole bunch of preserving bins, and I've got a really good trick for getting tons of prime meat, and I'll put a link in the description for the video on how to do that. It's super easy and fast. Now, if we open up the radial menu and select emotes, we can do this Archer Flex emote, which looks just like that. I've already unlocked that one, and I also crafted the item for the Bicep Smooch emote, and I'm just going to use the right trigger to use that item, just like eating something, and it will actually consume it and unlock that emote too. So now we can select the Bicep Smooch, and there you go. Check out those muscles. Now, you may not attract any ladies, but the raptors will think you are looking good, and you'll have to beat them off with a club. So I waited until nightfall to show you these. This is the sparkler skin, which is applied to a handheld torch, and it turns it into a sparkler. You can also apply it to a wall-mounted torch, and it'll make those wall torches into sparklers too. Now, the flare gun skin turns the regular flare gun into a fireworks flare gun, and you get a great fireworks display, which is pretty cool. But it is only a one-time use, so you've got to make a new flare gun and another skin in order to use more of those. Now, a better solution is the patriotic rocket launcher. I mean, it's a red, white, and blue rocket launcher that fires off red, white, and blue fireworks. And of course, a rocket that blows things up just like usual. It doesn't get much more American than that, does it? Now, if you craft a bunch of these before the event ends, you can have quite a fireworks display with your whole tribe. So now let's talk about those candies that can make your dinosaurs more patriotic looking and give them a crazy sugar rush. So we're back in the daytime so you can appreciate these colors, and I've made a whole bunch of these new candies. So these taffies come in different qualities and varieties, and the better the quality, the better the buff. Now if you look at the item here, it says movement speed plus 10%, and then it shows each region and what color it's going to be coloring it. Now when we use that, just like force feeding it an item, it changes the dino to that color, gives it the speed buff for 24 hours. So check out how fast that Argent is. I would love to try this out on some really fast dinosaurs that already move crazy fast. But it looks pretty awesome, I've got to say. Now I think the color palette is completely random on these candies, and you can just keep crafting up a ton of them and see what interesting stuff you get. But definitely got a pretty good speed buff on that one that was the higher quality candy. So let's see what happens when we feed a penguin this one, and this one has a lot more reds and blues in it, so it should be pretty interesting. We'll just use the right trigger on that, and That is a pretty nice looking red and white penguin right here. I don't see a lot of blue. It must be on his head, but you know, definitely looks like he is ready for the 4th of July. Check that out. Something about a penguin with a top hat, just, I don't know, it's just perfect. My wife would love this. I'll have to show this to her later. Now, let's try out some different colors on the snail here, and we'll see how this one looks. Just have him consume that, and that actually looks pretty good on him. I kind of like the blue snail. And basically, you can just get any random color combination. It's mostly reds, whites, blues, and blacks, but you get some orange and some other interesting browns and stuff in there. So you'll just get some really fun colors and have a lot of fun with that. Check that out. I like the blue snail. I've got a couple snails on my Ark Switch Survival Guide series, and I'll have to paint some of those blue. That should actually look pretty cool. So that should be pretty much everything you need to know to get ready for the 4th of July and have a lot of fun on this Independence Day event. The Summer Bash event in Ark will be going until the 16th of July, so be sure to get all of your items and stock up before then. And if you need to get a lot of prime meat jerky, check the link in the description, and I've got a whole guide on how to make prime meat jerky and a really helpful guide on a crazy easy trick to get tons and tons of prime meat without killing anything dangerous. So that should be really helpful for you during this event. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and be sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications because I produce really helpful Ark guides, tips, and tricks just about every couple of days, so you won't want to miss when the next one comes out because a lot of these guides will make your Ark adventures so much more fun and enjoyable. So I hope you all have a very happy and safe Independence Day, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more great guides like this one. Ark is an amazing game, but there is so much to learn before you can really enjoy it. We are dedicated to bringing you high-quality guides, tutorials, and Let's Play videos that are fun, helpful, clean, and suitable for the entire family. There's a tutorial in this series for everything we have done so far in this video. Check out these playlists for more episodes from this series and other guides to help you enjoy your journey on Ark.